Welcome to day 12 of the Gita Recital Challenge. Let us begin with prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Every day we engage in so many conversations with our friends, with our family members. At our workplace, we also engage in many conversations. Not only we engage in conversations, we also hear the conversations of eminent personalities. Like when we watch a TV show, a news show, we see debates happening, conversations happening between people from various walks of life. We see nowadays podcasts happening, which are very famous among the new generation. The way to that is their way to uh, know the world through meaningful conversations and podcasts. So all the while we are seeing so many conversations, we are participating in many conversations, and it is very interesting to note that the Bhagavad Gita is also one such conversation. So the conversation between Arjuna and Lord Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra is not an ordinary conversation, because this was not meant only for those two people and for that given situation. Lord Krishna is such an expert teacher that he converted the battlefield into a classroom, and the conversation that took place between these two personalities actually made a lasting impact for the rest of the period of time to come. So the knowledge that Lord Krishna spoke on the Bhagavad Gita is not ordinary, because it talks about the reality, about our life, about our existence, about our relationship with the Lord. Every activity of the Lord is actually non material, it is spiritual, it doesn't belong to the material dimension. Anything that the Lord does, anything that the Lord speaks, it has a lot of meaning, and it has a lot of spiritual benefit for the people who engage in hearing such activities of the Lord, hearing such conversations made in which the Lord is discussed about, or the Lord's instructions are spoken about. So we are also very fortunate for hearing the conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, which took place about 5,000 years ago, and we are benefiting from that divine sacred conversation. The world's foremost podcast which happened on the battlefield between Lord Krishna and Arjuna. And just by recalling these instructions which the Lord gives, we can get clarity in our life, we can understand the grander purpose of our existence. So let us now continue to learn the verses of Bhagavad Gita. So today we are going to learn a very interesting verse where Lord Krishna is talking about an interesting principle. Let us see what is that verse. Krishna says in the ninth shloka of the fourth chapter, exactly what I mentioned in the beginning, that Lord Krishna's activities are uncommon, they're completely divyam, spiritual. Let us see what is that. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Lord Krishna is saying here, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. In this verse, two important aspects Krishna highlights. Firstly, Krishna's appearance in this world and all his activities, including his activity of speaking the Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, they're all not ordinary, they're all not mundane, but they are completely transcendental. Transcendental means they're above the material realm. They are completely on the spiritual platform. This we need to understand. That is the first aspect. The second aspect is if we could understand the activities of the Lord properly from a bona fide spiritual master, then we will be able to really appreciate the activities of Krishna and know his personality properly. And the result of this is that we will not have to take birth again in this material world, but we can go back to the spiritual world, our original home. Here in the Bhagavad Gita, this shloka, Krishna is revealing that our ultimate goal is to not settle down in this material world, but actually to go back to the spiritual world, to lead an eternal life full of knowledge and bliss in the association of Krishna. That is our original home. So, how to go to that original home? Krishna is revealing a very simple process here. We just have to know about the activities of Krishna, about the transcendental nature of his activities. Just by knowing this, we will become qualified to get out of the cycle of birth and death and go back to the spiritual world in the association of Krishna. So wonderful, isn't it? So, therefore, this conversation, the Bhagavad Gita, the conversation between Arjuna and Krishna, if we understand properly, then we can actually terminate the cycle of birth and death and go back to the spiritual world, which is where an eternal life full of knowledge and bliss is awaiting us in the association of Krishna himself. So let us learn this verse and try to memorize this shloka. Please repeat after me. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम्
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम्
एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन
नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम्
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम्
एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन
नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम्
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम्
एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन
नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन.
So please memorize this shloka along with the translation, capture a video and share with me at the earliest. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.